Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Craving Shaving. I'm really excited to try out a new product in this, well, a few new products that I haven't used yet. It's been a while, we have a new baby. I just haven't been able to make videos or even shave nearly as much as I normally do, as you can probably tell. But one of really the star of this shave, and what I'm really excited about, is this product right here, Chel. It's the Chill Gel, the multi-use chill gel from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. As many of you who watch this channel regularly know, I am a big fan of menthol and just anything with cooling agents. This Summer Break Soap's Cannonball uses a synthetic coolant product of some kind, and I think this has a similar product in it as well. Earlier, I want to say an hour or so ago, I put some of this on. I got it in the mail and I was like, let me see. Put some on and it did make my face cold even without shaving. So I am excited to use this in this shave. The soap that I'll be using along with it, fittingly, is a Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements soap that I just purchased, which is Aloha Smackdown, which is very, very Hawaiian punch and very, very strong. This is probably, of every soap that I've owned or smelled in store, the strongest scent. On my normal 1 to 10 scale, it'd have to be like an 11 because it's stronger than other ones that I've said are 10s. I'm excited to be using this. I probably could use just straight up menthol with this because I think this scent would hide the menthol scent pretty well. I'm going to be using the Razor Rock Hawk version 2 with a fresh feather professional blade, artisan blade in there. And the brush that I'm using is not one that I made, but rather one that was made by Shaving King's Cave, Scott Rollins at Shaving King's Cave. Check this thing out. Really, really tall brush. Here's my lightsaber handle brush that I made, and it's only slightly shorter than that. So it's a very, very tall brush. I like that. I know a lot of people don't. That's fine. That's up to you, of course. We're going to use that, but I like just because I don't even have to put my hand in the bowl and I can still lather it up. Anyway, I will put a link to Scott's Etsy page in the description. Really good quality stuff. So go ahead and check it out. Actually, I've started lathering this now, but I am going to put a little bit of this in. I have no idea how much. Judging by the size of this is a fairly small 2-ounce little thing. Consistency-wise, it looks like they're star jelly to me, which would be a much more convenient way to do this. That's my 2 cents. We'll see. Maybe a little more liquidy than the star jelly. I don't know if you see that. We're just going to take that little bit, kind of blop it in there. We'll see if that is enough to do the trick. I'm not sure if it is or not. So just kind of try to get that. I should say, it does say on the packaging to make sure that you do not touch your eyes after handling this. Make sure you wash your hands afterward, as I imagine that would be very unpleasant. I think I've done something similar to, like that with the Cannonball from Summer Break Soaps. Just in general, it's probably not good to get products like that in your eye. So the scent on this soap is out of control. I like that, but it is a strong scent. What's funny is I always get my stuff and I immediately open it up and take a big old whiff of it. With this one, I took a giant whiff. About keeled over, it hit me so hard. It's good. Very, very close to Hawaiian Punch as I remember it. I haven't had Hawaiian Punch in years probably, but a very nostalgic scent. because I did have it growing up as a kid, you know. All right, now this is similar. I know Douglas even mentioned in the product description of Chel that it's similar to the stuff that the Holy Black uses. I don't know if it's the same product or not, but it is a similar product. So the knot on this brush is one that I'm considering is not from Scott. This is one that I bought from my brush knot supplier that I'm considering, and actually this is the first time I'm using it. I'm strongly considering this one because I have several that I'm considering. This is nice. Never used a fan knot before, but this is like, they're similar to other knots that I've seen other artisans have. It is part natural, part synthetic. So this particular one is 2-band badger and synthetic. Looks like this could take more water to me, but it has. I've spent the last few days breaking this knot in, and it's broken in just fine. These 2 bands do take a little bit more breaking in, just rubbing it on a towel and lathering up and stuff like that. There's no badger smell after a couple lathers on this one for me, and it's gotten quite soft. There's still some of that scrub, but there's not any of that pokiness that natural hair brushes have sometimes. All right. I haven't used this razor in ages. I'm excited to use this here. Alright. Really sharp blades. Absolutely fantastic. I forgot how much I like this razor. Really getting into PAA. I like a lot of the products that they have. I love the chill mill, although if this does what I think it's going to do, I will like this even more than the chill mill. I told Douglas, you got to stop making these awesome products because I spend my money on it. Like many of you, I have a discretionary budget. It's not large. I'm a school teacher. It's not large, but every month, like me and my wife, give each other some, mad money to play around with and use on whatever. And I had some saved up. I hadn't spent money on stuff in a while. And it's all gone now. Oh, got myself there. Had a kind of ingrown hair or something, so it's not terribly surprising. I should have watched out for it more. But I have a new styptic pencil, brand new. So never fear. I know you were all so worried that I was going to bleed to death. Alright. There's the first pass. Dang, I'm bleeding low. I'm going to hit some styptic on that right now. So far, and this is typical of what it said. It's going to kind of creep up on you rather than be really cold right off the get-go. And that's what I'm feeling. A little bit of cold. Alright. See if that helps or if it doesn't help. let's go for another pass. Yeah, so with this knot, I have a couple different ones that I'm testing right now. One's a silver tip and synthetic. One is and then I have 2-band synthetics. I am testing both normal density and then like super high density, so that's a thing that's going around right now, and I've never really had one of those, seeing what that's all about. This one was kind of an afterthought. It's a super high density fan. So I have normal density and super high density of both silver tip and finest 2-band. I like the look of this one the best and the 2-band ones. Still losing hairs. That's only the tip of a hair. Anyway, let me know your preferences. Should I go with the more expensive silver tip options? Do you like bulbs or fans better? Do you like the super high density idea, or save some money and go with the normal density? I think the normal density is fine, but I want to get some opinions. You'll notice I'm not going across the grain. I have really sensitive skin. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do with the grain, against the grain, and then some pickup, you know. See if that helps. Oops. So that was pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Lather up one last time. And we will just pick up some stragglers. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. This is my summer vacation as a teacher. And we have a new baby. And we've been watching a lot of Stranger Things. We finished that pretty quick. When you got a baby to stay up with, and no job to get up for in the morning. You can get through, what is it, 8 episodes in no time. So we lathered everything up. Why not? We got the lather. Okay. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm just... You know what I like even more than Stranger Things? Is watching the interviews with the cast of Stranger Things. They're pretty fun to have in interviews, I think. I actually am finding this a little awkward. Now these artist style, whatever blades, they're not much longer than DE blades, but I'm finding them kind of hard to get into the hard to reach areas here today. So. All right. Alright. And that will do. I'm not going to chase it any more than that. Okay, let me get some stuff cleaned up and I will come back for some post-shave, and I'm going to put some more of this Chel on there. Okay, and we are back, and I am going to just use this. I don't think its intended purpose is as an aftershave, but it says multi-use, so we're gonna do it. And I don't feel like I necessarily need an aftershave. Maybe right here. We'll see. Anyway, we're just gonna. I can always put aftershave on after it, I imagine. My face is fairly cold. You'll have to check back for another video. We'll see how long the cold lasts. So, but I mean, it's been an enjoyable, mildly cold feeling during the shave. We will see what adding this afterwards does. If it adds to that or doesn't add to that, I don't know. We'll see. I imagine I should get more coldness now than I did before I shaved when I put some on. We will see. Anyway, the brush that I used is this Shaving King's Cave brush. I asked him to put some. He doesn't have a coin yet, but he's going to get some. So I asked him to put some coin spots there. So there's a little drill for it, and it does fit nicely. So really, really nice. I like the pour on this resin. It looks really, really cool. So this is the silver tip. Nope. This is the 2-band finest mixed with synthetic. This is the super high density fan knot. I like it. I really like it. So we'll see. That might be the one that I end up carrying. I do have some friends of mine testing out the regular density 2-band and silver tip. Those I'll probably go with regular density. They seemed fine to me. I didn't see much of a difference. And it's cheaper. And let me tell you, a big part of the reason why I'm doing these knots is because natural hair knots are getting so expensive. And so this is a way to offer a cheaper alternative. The whole point of Craving Shaving, the brushes, the business side of it, is to give some products that are cheaper than normal. They may not be super cheap because honestly a lot goes into making brushes that you don't consider, and it gets expensive. But trying to offer something at a better price point. My goal was to have products that a school teacher can afford to get, because I look at a lot of the artisans that were out there and they were very, very expensive, and I couldn't afford them, or it would take me a lot of months saving up my mad money to be able to afford one. And so hopefully I'm able to offer a not fully natural hair brush knot as an option, but one that honestly it for all intents and purposes acts. Oh geez, bleeding again. Why didn't anyone tell me? Just rambling while my face is bleeding out. Anyway, that ought to do it. Hopefully that will be the case. I do really like these mixed ones, and it does significantly lower the price of the knots, not quite by half. So anyway, it will be a cheaper option for those of you who, like me, are in a position where you would really like a nice, good quality knot, but can't quite afford the really, really high quality ones that are upwards of like $60 per knot. Just not feasible. Also, because it's partly synthetic, it does get some of the benefits from that as well, like drying out fairly quickly. So anyway, let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get one of them to start with. I don't have tons of funds to buy a ton of knots, but I am going to get one of these types. So let me. 1 second. So we have the high density, this is the high density 2-band bulb knot. So for difference in shape, you can kind of see that. This one's also great. And then here is another Scott Rollins brush handle. This has the super high density silver tip synthetic. So that's what we're looking at, is, you know, in difference. This one's much softer. This one's still very soft though, and cheaper. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you've made it this far into the video what you would prefer. I'm kind of talking to see what this is going to do, and I don't feel it getting super cold, which I kind of was hoping for. But I may have just put too little in. So I'm going to mess with it and see what can happen. I did add some on the top though, and I feel like that should have made it fairly cold, and it didn't. So I will report back next time, see if anything changes. But yes, please do drop a comment down below or email me at cravingshaving@gmail.com if you have any suggestions about which of these knots I should carry in my store. If you don't care, then sorry you had to sit through that whole bit. But we used Aloha Smackdown. We used this wonderful Razor-Rock Black Hawk single edge razor. We used Chel from PAA, and we used this Scott Rollins brush that has yet to be named with the 2-band fan. I'm thinking if I do the fan one, I'm going to call it like fan fiction or something like that. Fan fiction knot. So anyway, thank you for tuning into this episode of Craving Shaving. Hopefully it was enjoyable, and I will do some follow-ups on this. This is just kind of a first impressions video. And what I thought, I would prefer it to be colder. That's one thing I love about the chill mill. Where's my chill mill? Anyway, I love that you can really adjust it so it's crazy cold. This one you can, I'm sure, as well, add more than I did. But it is a quite small jar, and I was hoping that I wouldn't have to use a lot to get a really cold shave. But I will let you know more in future videos. Anyway, thank you for tuning into this episode of Craving Shaving. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the button down below, and hope you have a wonderful day.